Hey y'all, what's up? And I'm so sorry that I'm late. I know I'm a few minutes late, but better late than never. And I had to keep my promise. I said I was gonna come here for the next couple of days. Um, I won't be live tomorrow because I have a very important meeting. However, I will be live by Sunday, right? So I wanted to come and just talk about honestly about how to stop being over 2025. And I just need to let you know that first things first, we are not talking about crash diets or unrealistic expectations. We are about to be real. We want sustainable changes, right? We want to do something that makes you feel good inside and out. So with that being said, in case this is your first time of clicking to watch my live and you're like, okay, what's going on here? My name is Kemi, and I am a fitness influencer. I run a fitness YouTube. I'm a fitness coach in particular. That's what I love to do. So I wanted to come in here and just talk about 2025, the real reason why people are still stuck being overweight. And I started yesterday. I started this series by Monday, and I've been going live every day. So you definitely want to catch up on all the people like the last 5 days. You want to catch up on them. So the first things first that I just need to kind of emphasize is that you have to first thing first start with self-awareness, right? So I spoke to this yesterday, but it's good that I still reiterate it, right? The first step is understanding your current habits. Sometimes we all need to sit down and really think, like look back and begin to examine. I think for me, one of the things that I began to examine was I began to observe the people that were maybe the weight I wanted to achieve, right? I began to observe their daily habits, their day-to-day habits, how often they eat, the kind of food that they eat. I know it's easy for you to just say, you know what, I'm just naturally big bone. My family is hereditary for me to be chubby. But I think in retrospect, what we really need to examine is to say it's not necessarily that my family we are sick or we are naturally overweight, our bones are big, because that's some of the things that we always see. I think it's important to say in my family, what are some of the habits that we have, right? What are some of the common habits that we have? Is it that we eat late at night? Because I know that was definitely a thing for me growing up. We would always eat late at night, so that was definitely and then we would skip breakfast, thereby making us much more hungrier at dinner time. Sometimes we skip lunch, right? We just have whatever it was over lunch. Then our main proper dinner would be late because I had a working class mom and we always wait for her to return from work before cooking for us for some reason. I don't know why. Now that I think about it, I was like, we're definitely spoiled because we didn't need to cook for her. So just the prolonged fasting was one of the things that I felt would eat late. We always had like a budget. Like when I listen to, girls my age were always like flat belly. But I just wanted that there was a budget. And someone told me, "Oh, that usually comes from late night eating." So you want to look at those habits. What are some of the habits that you say you've inherited? Not necessarily the size in your family, the size that is common in your family. What are some of the habits that you inherited from your family? How do you guys eat? You guys just eat everybody eat, you take two portions, three portions, can I have another plate? Can I have a third plate, a fourth plate? Those are some of the things that you definitely need to examine much more than I think in my family we're actually very simple. It's just hereditary. I don't think there's anyone I'm ever going to be skinny. No, I think one of the things that we inherit in our families and those habits, the day-to-day habits of, the way we run our lives, especially our meals, also the kind of meals that you inherited, right? I do healthy meals. Did you inherit? That's why these parents now are trying to focus on making sure that they're preparing healthy meals because those meals that you prepare are the meals that your children are going to inherit and also include in their own family as well. So you definitely want to look at that. You want to start with self-awareness. You really want to sit down, with your journal, and then the first step is understanding your current habits. You want to take a moment to just journal about your eating patterns, right? Your activity levels and your emotional triggers. I mentioned yesterday how, for me personally, when I know that I'm not in a good mental state, I tend to overeat. And then I go to the fridge because I'm looking for comfort food. Because I look for food for comfort, not as food for my body. So I observed after I did this self-awareness test or check that I would go to the fridge oftentimes, not hungry, but just searching for something, kind of rummaging around and just looking for something that would just satisfy or fill up the pain and all the emotion I was dealing with at the time. Whatever it is, so whatever is your emotional trigger, it could be like maybe you're depressed. You want to really sit down and instead of going for the food, you want to say, why do I want to reach out for this food? Am I hungry? Am I thirsty? Do I really need to drink what's going to satisfy me? Why am I reaching out for soda? Is it because this is what is available? Or I'm just craving something sweet like grapes or maybe a mango or an orange juice, a healthy, freshly squeezed orange juice. Will that help curb? Or is it I'm just looking for anything that just tastes sweet, right? Or is it soda that I'm craving? So you really need to begin to question yourself and observe your emotional triggers. Do you eat when you're happy or do you eat when you're sad? I know some people reach to food when they're sad. That's my own personal experience. Some people eat when they're happy, they're excited, they're with family, they're with friends. They just want to take one plate, take another plate, and just kind of eat and enjoy and relish the moment. So to them, food means enjoyment, happiness, and for me, food means immense comfort at the time. So of course, I went through a season where I feel like I was depressed. What we call it. After I was depressed, I felt like things weren't going the way I wanted it to go. So sometimes another thing is also being at home, right? So you want to look at also your habits, your lifestyle. Is it because you're working from home, so you tend to go to the fridge and visit the fridge more often than not, go to the pantry and say, oh my god, what's not available? So that is going to help you now determine what you need to curb, what needs to change, what needs to go, what needs to stay, right? Awareness is the key to transformation. So you definitely want to be more self-aware. You can't change what you don't acknowledge. You really, really need to acknowledge some of the things. Some of the voices that you inherited. It could be that these things didn't even start in your adulthood. It could be that for every time you achieve something, you just know I need to reward myself on a day-to-day basis for doing a job well done. Maybe at the end of my work day, I just want to reward myself with some, hefty meal, right? I need to fill up my plate, I keep eating and binging and all that. That's also another way for you to kind of say, okay, you did good today, you feel the award today, so let me eat more, right? Or maybe, like I said yesterday, some people equate watching TV or being in front of the TV to snack time, to binge eating. So it's time to enjoy all those, the chips, all the unhealthy, highly processed food. So you want to definitely look at your day-to-day lifestyle. And the first thing that I would definitely recommend would be self-awareness. It's one of the reasons that people have stopped being overweight. It's a major key because if you're not self-aware, you're just going to be stuck saying, you know what, I think I'm working out very well, I'm eating healthy as much as possible, but I'm just too stuck at being overweight. So what's going on? It could be that what is going on, you're not self-aware of the times where you binge eat. You're not self-aware of the days where you overconsume or you binge eat in front of the TV and you count it as it's just a little snack. It's not going to count towards my calories, but they do. In retrospect, they actually do. So I hope we've been able to like kind of maybe do with the issue of self-awareness, right? The next thing I want to focus on is nutrition, not necessarily restriction, right? Because one of the things that people don't want to hear when it comes to losing weight is once they hear that they have to restrict their diet. Nobody wants to hear that. Nobody wants to hear that they have to restrict their diet. Like for me, when I would hear weight loss, I would automatically in my brain just equate it to restriction of meals. In terms of, I just feel like losing weight was equal to suffering. I would just feel like okay, this means that I have to be depressed for a certain period of time to be able to achieve the weight loss that I need to be. But I'm here to tell you that in order for you to stop being overweight, you have to focus more on nutrition. Forget about starving yourself. The goal is to nourish your body with the right foods. So you want to load up on proteins, you want to load up on vegetables, you want to load up on whole grains, you want to load up on healthy fats. Examples of proteins are like chicken breast. Yes, I'll say chicken breast is one of the favorite parts of the chicken. So definitely go for it. You want to look on vegetables, vegetables in all colors. You want to make sure that your protein is full of green, yellow, red, right? You want to make sure that you have all the colors of the vegetables. You want to load up with whole grains. And why I say whole grains? Because snack time, you definitely want to be your nuts. You want to have your almond nuts, your cashew nuts, the healthy options, right? And for healthy fats, you want to take a slice of soda bread. You want to take maybe like avocado as healthy fats. You want to take some boiled egg. And yes, you can take the egg if you want. I would always recommend that you avoid the fat just because you want to be in the deficit, right? And you don't want to forget that you can actually indulge, okay? The weight indulge yourself occasionally doesn't mean you're gonna like go get yourself like a huge cake, you eat like five cupcakes or like a whole giant bowl of ice cream just because you're trying to balance everything. No, bear in mind that you want to be at a calorie deficit every for at least 5 days before you're able to see like a drop in your weight, which is equal to 1 kg or 2.2 pounds, right? So you definitely want to be in a calorie deficit over time. So you definitely want to create balance in everything that you're doing, right? So forget and just throw in the garbage, throw in the trash that idea that you have to starve yourself, right? Except you're on intermittent fasting and even that doesn't actually equate to starving. You're just fasting for a certain period or just a time frame, right? Before you get to it. So the goal that you want to talk about, what you want to focus on is this food that I'm about to eat, does it fuel my body in the right ways? Does it fuel my body with the right nutrients that it needs to propel itself into action in terms of you need so and so fuel to be able to burn this number of calories tomorrow? Because I know that sometimes when you don't eat, you don't have enough energy to be able to carry your workouts, right? Not sometimes, most times. So you need enough fuel in your body, right? So you definitely want to make sure that you're focusing on fueling your body with the right food. Now, the way I see myself, like trying to consume food, like trying to say, okay, so one nutrient is this in me? Like one nutrient am I getting from this? And why do I think I need this nutrient? I've been deprived of carbs. Does my body really need much more carbs? Right? I want to focus on protein. When I'm eating, I'm like, do I really need protein? Do I need this much protein? Is it good? Does it nourish me? Does it fuel my body? The vegetables, of course, we know we need it. But you need to start putting, train your mind to even intentionally focus on eating the vegetables because I know my body needs it. Because it gets so and so great from this. And even the whole grains, like, okay, I'm chewing this whole grains. Why am I chewing this whole grains? Why am I eating this healthy fat? Because my body really needs it. It doesn't need it in this quantity, right? So you want to make sure that you're having a balance to everything. And then you want to prioritize movement with joy. So I wish someone had told me at the beginning of my weight loss journey. I just felt like it had to only be running. You only run to lose weight. There was just this thing where we're programmed to you only have to run to be able to lose weight. It doesn't necessarily have to be running. You could actually dance. Dancing is actually one of the best forms of cardio. It could be jump rope. Some people love jump rope, right? So you would definitely want to look for the balance. It could be that you buy a walking paddle, you're just walking 10,000 steps daily. That's also a movement that you enjoy. Because even for someone who loves to run, I love to run, there are still times where I have to literally psych myself up. Okay, you got this, you can do this, right? Just do this. Just do it anyway, right? Why do I feel like I need to psych myself up to be able to go run? Why? Because sometimes it's not enjoyable, but I know that it needs to get done. But the days where I'm like, "Okay, for the next couple of days, I need to work for 3 days," I feel like I don't have to psych myself up too much. Walking just feels like low impact, doesn't require much, it doesn't require much motivation or mental strength to tell me, right? So, but you find that for most runners, especially the ones that are still trying to build the habit, find that it requires a lot of mental training for you to be able to push yourself to do every day. Because sometimes your body is tired, fatigued, and you're like, you know what, I just want to go for a walk. I know that I need to work out, but I don't necessarily want to run today, if that makes sense, right? So exercise doesn't have to mean that your hours at the gym. So it could be dancing, it could be hiking, it could even maybe walking your dog. It could be like looking for activities that make you smile daily. The more likely you are to stick with it. So if you enjoy jumping rope, for instance, you're more likely to stick with jump rope, right? You're more likely to reach for it even on the days that I don't feel like it. So I do enjoy jump rope. And I found out that it was easier for me to reach a jump rope, right? Than as opposed to running. Because I know that for jump rope, I just needed to a small space. You can do a room, right? You don't require too much. It doesn't require you driving from point A to point B. Jump rope you can do it at any part of your house as long as you have space, maybe a high roof. That's all you need, and you're jumping with good shoes. And if you're a lady, you need maybe a good pair of sports bra. It didn't require much. Probably for 15 minutes of jump rope, you were good for like full cardio because 15 minutes of jump rope was actually jogging, right? Yes, 30 minutes of jogging and 1 hour of walking. That's what junk food could actually do for you. So I was like, you know what? If I have to pick about, I want to do like a shorter workout that I know was still going to get me to have calories burn, I'll just go for junk food instead because I just prioritize it over all that. Because I was like, I don't want to work out for such a long time. I just want to do this, boom, boom. I know that I'm done with my workout for the day, right? So one thing I know is that you have to make sure that whatever work you do decide to stick to, especially if you want to keep, continue this as a lifestyle. You want to go for a workout that is sustainable, that you enjoy. Something that you could even do with your kids, giggling nearby. You could do it as a family moment where you're just enjoying yourself. You're getting a good workout, right? So you definitely want to prioritize, focus on movements that you enjoy. The fourth point that we want to talk about is minding your portion, right? So when you're placing a meal, you definitely want to be placing your meal. You want to there are plenty of colorful vegetables. I say colorful because there is just this happy hormone, what I call it serotonin, that your body releases when it's. That's why you see that back in the day when the TV was in black and white, we were not, binging or watching as much as they do now because there's so much colors. You won't reach for your phone, and I want you to even try this. When you switch your phone from like the colorful screen that it is, but it seems boring, right? Because those are just natural grayscale. They call it grayscale on the iPhone, right? But when you go contrasting colors of green, yellow, red, you just want to be able to, you're curious and your body just, your whole body, your system is like, let's reach for this. That's why you see when on the dining, people have like colorful bowls of fruit because it's appetizing, it's appealing to the eyes as well. Where you just want to reach out for one, the apple, or a green apple, or even reach for a yellow banana because it just seems appealing to you just by sight as well. Because before we even eat something, we also look at it, right? We even eat through our sight before we even put it in our mouth. So portion control is a game changer. And I want to say that you should fill your plate with vegetables. So if, for instance, it's a portion of food that you're eating, you want to make sure that half of your plate, use smaller plates. You want to eat slowly. Begin to enjoy and eat slowly. It's true slowly, right? And listen to your body's hunger cues, right? Trust me, you don't need to feel stuffed to feel satisfied. Once you get to that point where you feel like, I feel like I'm at my brim, try to take some water and really ask yourself, can I save this meal for later? Can I savor this meal for later? Is it, does it necessarily mean that I have to finish this meal today? So those are some of the things that you definitely want to focus on. You want to say, do I really, really, really need this meal right now? Do I need to complete it, right? So those are some of the questions that I say ask myself, that is it necessary for me to eat or have a small portion later? I have, something, and I could even save it up Hey everyone, I'm back. A connection error. There seems to be a connection error. I do apologize. So the good thing about the live is that we get to continue live. And please don't hesitate to leave it in the comment section as well. And don't forget to please kindly like. Just let me know that at least you're following the series, and yeah, and you're enjoying it. And if you have any questions, or you, like I always say, if you need any one-on-one consultation, let's say for coaching, or you want to definitely like jump on the plus advice, you can also schedule a meeting um, with you. And please feel free to make sure that you watch all the previous lives so that I'm not going to have to answer a question I already answered in one of the lives, right? So let me know if you do have any questions. Also, my book is going to be pinned down in the comment section, description box, and available for purchase. You need like ebook, a step by step guide on how to actually lose it, especially for moms or beginners. You can definitely purchase that book. It has all of the information I'm looking for. I'm going to do it and the book as well. I think it's a book that I recommend for anyone who is seriously, emphasis is seriously interested in changing their lives with weight loss, right? So I was speaking on portion control and minding your portion. Sometimes we are like, why am I still overweight? Even though I'm eating healthy, right? So you could be eating healthy, but still eating, I say, a large amount of healthy portion, right? So you're eating a large portion, but just because it's a healthy meal doesn't necessarily mean that you still have to overeat it, right? I think that's just where I wanted to. We already know that, of course, there's certain foods that you shouldn't be eating. You shouldn't be eating highly processed food. You shouldn't be eating too much carbs. If weight loss is your goal, you shouldn't be eating too much carbs. I don't care what anybody says or research is coming from. You definitely want to watch your carb intake if you are overweight, right? And some of you say, okay, well, I eat salads most of the time. I eat salads 3 times a day, and then water. Well, the salad that you're using, the dressing, how many calories does the dressing have in the salads, right? So every little thing you really have to watch. There are some of the salads that contain nuts that are processed or fried in something, or some of them are, some of the chicken is fried in flour, and you're like, okay, you know what, I'm eating healthy salads. But the more portions you control, and other thing that those salads don't have calories attached to them. Salads does not necessarily mean zero calories. The only thing is zero calories is water, right? So you definitely want to still watch your intake of healthy meals as well. It doesn't mean that you're not going to eat your healthy meals, but you definitely want to count the calories and know the number of calories that you're eating in this meal versus your output. Like, how often are you working out, right? And what's the number of calories that you're doing by your workout? I want to look at that and look at, for instance, let's say the plate of salad is less than 100 calories, and you're probably working out and you're burning 110 calories. You really need to be in a calorie deficit, right? So that's the goal that's going to get you to your weight loss goal. So you want to be in a calorie deficit for at least 5 to 7 days, and then maybe the sixth day you can check it that okay, the calorie deficit has led you to less than 1 kg weight loss or 2 pounds or whatever the case may be. So you still, even though you're finding your portion or even that you're eating healthy, you still want to make sure that even with your healthy meals, you're still finding your portion. Is what I'm trying to say. And don't get me wrong. When I said that I love food using smoothie, I was still conscious of the things that I was doing with the smoothie. So with the smoothies, you definitely don't want to use milk or dairy. You have to ask yourself how much calories is in a day you, the yogurt that you want to use, the sugar, the honey, the sweetener that you want to use for your smoothie. Because I feel like banana has all the sweetness that you need in your smoothie, right? I don't think you need too much sweetener. You need any additional sweetener to your smoothie. So those are some of the things that you need to think about and you need to mind really think about and say, am I really being honest with myself? The truth is that weight loss is really about honesty. For really, really, that's why I said weight loss is not just looking bomb or feeling good and all that. It's really personal integrity. One of the things that weight loss taught me was to be honest with myself, right? And if you're not honest with yourself, chance that you're not be honest with others as well. So you really want to be honest with yourself. Like, how come am I eating? When I don't lose weight, on the weeks where I feel like my weight is too much, there was no change. I had to it, you know that this is your best in terms of your nutrition, right? And you binge here and there, it just makes sense in terms of eating healthy, in terms of some of the things that you try to do a little bit, doesn't count too much calories, right? Or you eat a little bit more than you would usually eat. I mean, like, two scoops. Nobody's watching, nobody's there to roast me for eating, right? Who's going to check me, right? So those are the things that you really need to be mindful about. I want to talk about water because sometimes people say that I'm stuck at being overweight. Why am I still fat? Why am I still overweight? Why am I still this? I do everything I need to do. I don't eat so much. I eat salads, I work out. But do you drink plenty of water? Because those factors to be able to flush out, you don't have to talk. Water is your best friend. On this journey, you're going to have to literally be married to water. You don't tell people water. You have to water, water, water. Water is your best friend. How you work out after you work out. That's another way to be able to get to meet your water target, right? So if you have a target to maybe drink a gallon of water every day, you want to start really early. You want to start by drinking it before you start working out. You want to make sure that while you're working out, the times where you feel like you're going to pass out or you're tired, you want to stay hydrated and refresh yourself with water. That's what works for me. And then after the workout, just kind of replenish. I do apologize for that, for going off. It seems to be, I mean, the weather here is cloudy, so I guess it's affecting my network connection. So I do apologize, and I want to appreciate you for staying the course, regardless of the network issue, or season will be watching. I appreciate that a lot, right? So we're talking about water. I was saying how it's important the way I get my water in. Is that I try to make sure that during my workout, prior to my workout, I take lots of water, maybe like a bottle, not necessarily lots. Then during the workout, I try to make sure that I drink like 2 bottles of water, right? And then after the workout, I probably sleep like half or maybe sleep like 40%. So in total, already in the morning before it's noon time, because I work out in the morning, before it's noon time, I already have like 4 bottles. And I need 8 of those bottles to make it a gallon of water. So I already have my 4 bottles of water in. On a bad day, I would say I'll take 3 bottles, right? I already knocked that out. So I'm left with 5 bottles. So during the course of my meals, of course, let's say I eat like lunch, I already know that there's a bottle of water. At night, there's a guaranteed extra bottle of water. So the extra where I kind of fluctuate depending on my lifestyle. So during summer, it's easier for me to get the water in. So I found out what's the difficulty for me is always during winter period because of cold. So I try to make sure that I take more green tea, try to make sure that I take tea, and use that as a way to get my food in, to get my water in regardless. So yeah, that's another those are the strategies that I use. And I know some kind of inculcate slices of cucumber, slices of lemon, some mint leaves, just kind of make the water flavorful, right? To just give it some type of flavor where you're not too bored with the water, if that makes sense. So you definitely want to try out whatever it is that you're gonna trick your brain to make sure that you consume water. Because I found out that the more water that I consume, it's easier for me to skip. I feel fuller for a period of time. It helps to curb my cravings. It also helps my meals to digest easily. And it also keeps my energy up because I found out that most of the time I can go without actually having more than actually having a cravings for that. I know that I'm at the peak of my discipline and I really am water just does it. Water really does. So it's easy for me to tell you that water is sustainable. Drinking lots of water is definitely sustainable for you to be able to achieve your weight loss. And bear in mind that another way by which the body, excretes or gets rid of the excess fat is when it flushes it out, right? In order for it to flush it out either through your stool is when the number of water that you consume. So you want to make sure that you're keeping up to par with your water consumption. So with that being said, another thing that I think for me that I observe that people with overweight is that most people spend the time focusing on why they're overweight and actually getting to work. I'll say that again. Most people focus on complaining, murmuring, being angry about why they're overweight, as opposed to taking some action about it. Yes. So most of the people that I talk with, or speak with, or have been privileged to discuss with, and I'm like, what are some of the reasons? Because sometimes you know how you can be so self-absorbed because you're thinking everybody has the same discipline as you. When in the meantime, not everybody has the same discipline as you. So you have to kind of pace yourself and just go back. So you know how all these videos like from coaching, they go back to gaining weight with maybe clients of theirs to see how to kind of remind themselves of how difficult it is to lose weight because I'm like I still want to be in touch with reality because it's easy for you to say because you've kind of done it and then that sense of where you're not human, you're not having that empathy anymore, you're not an empath in terms of and that's when you start to lose as a coach, you start to coach from a place of pride, anger, or you're not even feeling sorry for people. Like yes, there's still that motivational part where you have to still motivate people during the downtimes, but you definitely have to still be related with what I'm trying to say, right? So I kind of observed that um, most people, their mindset was that they kept questioning, like, who am I overweight? And they kept comparing themselves with people who maybe they feel that are skinny and, they are within proximity, just because they're close to someone. Like, "Well, look at this person now, we're eating the same kind of meals, we have similar lifestyle almost. This person, is still skinny and I'm fat, so they're sad, they're angry, like, I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing. And since that's the same thing that my skinny friend is doing, well, I can as well just keep doing it because maybe it's just the way God has intended it for me to be. And I'll just be overweight. And there's nothing bad in that. Jesus still loves me and all of that. Yes, Jesus still loves you, always will. And he's still going to love you when you're in your healthy weight, right? And when you're doing your health lesson and feeding your body with the healthy food and being that healthy version of yourself, Jesus is still going to love you, right? And he's going to celebrate and root for you. So my point is that I want you to just jump off that bandwagon, right? Let's say you're in a bus that is full of people complaining and murmuring. caring about their weight, and you need to jump off that bus today, right? And tell yourself the honest truth and say, okay, yes, that person may be um healthy or be eating the same large quantity of portion I'm eating, but we don't have the same goals. We don't have the same goals. So I stopped comparing myself to people that I thought they were skinny, but they were still eating unhealthy. I stopped all of that, right? I decided to focus on my own journey, focus on my own path. This is what Kemi needed to do to get her to where she needed to be, right? So you need to jump off that wagon and just start focusing on yourself. What do I need? Forget about that person, right? You might just be seeing that what the meal that that person is eating might just be one meal that some people. I know some people that actually don't eat a lot. Like the next day, they might not even take much food. They might just drink something and they're completely fine. Binge on some milk and they're good. But you're consistently eating that food that you're watching them eat at the party and thinking this is their food, this is their day-to-day lifestyle, right? Which is not necessarily true. And also, you don't know how active they are in their lifestyle, right? And don't forget that whether you like it or not, genetics does play, does take a role. You know the quantity of water that they drink to be able to flush themselves out. I know people that after they finish eating, which is also a battery anorexia, they go and they gag themselves so that they spit out all of that food. You know some people that just because genetics is also involved, they might eat and the next minute, like I know a couple of people that their metabolism is so fast and they go use the restroom. Well, your metabolic rate, or when I say your basal rate is very slow, right? Your body doesn't, metabolize food quickly. So you have those foods stored up as excess fat, right? Quickly, right? Whereas some people eat and within hours, I think, within an hour, they already got to use the restroom because they've already consumed more than what their bodies need. And their body needs to get rid of that. So that's when you now begin to say, okay, genetics has comes into play, and your metabolic rate also comes into play. How fast does your body consume food? How fast does your body even burn the food? So people consume the same amount of food, and within few minutes they have to use the restroom. They're already flushing it out. You might not use the restroom until the next day or 2 days later. So those excess food, where do you think is happening to them? Just storing them. So that's why I said most times people spend most of the time, kind of comparing their journeys and thinking, okay, why is this person chubby and why is this person skinny and why am I the one that is chubby? Am I cursed? People say all kinds of things just to give them the excuse of taking the wrong decision of taking the right step. So I just need to let you know that I just kind of focus and dwell on that. The next thing I want to talk about is managing stress effectively. I know that stress can lead to emotional eating and weight gain. Like I said, for me too, when I'm stressed, I'm depressed, I reach out for food. So it's good and comforting to know that I'm not the only one out there. I didn't even know it was a thing. I just knew that I had this habit where, especially if no one was looking, like if there was nobody there was no audience. In my head, I was just like, you know what, I'm just going to reach for this food as soon as nobody's looking. I don't have anybody that I'm accountable to, right? So stress can lead to emotional eating and weight gain. So let's tackle it head on. You want to try some meditation, some deep breath, or even having a relaxing bath. Find out what works for you. Make it kind of like a routine. If you think that, for instance, you're stressed and you have, a body that you can just pull at that time, and then you can do that. And instead of, reaching out for unhealthy options, maybe you want to even have like a plate of food in your fridge, just nearby that you can easily reach out. It's another way to train your mind because if your mindset is as soon as I'm craving that binge eating habit and I go to the fridge and all I see is fruits and water, you just take the fruits and then you realize that you're not actually hungry. Or it could be that you always have your nuts on standby, making sure that you have some almond nuts on standby. Because sometimes for me, when I would stress eat, I made sure that I realized that I just wanted to crunch on something. It just made me feel like I needed to demolish something. Like I was just angry, I was just mad, I was just frustrated, and I needed to get my frustration with food. So when I eat nuts, there was just something about nuts, as in chewing on nuts, that just made me feel, like yes, I was carrying out my anger on nuts. It's still not a healthy way to live, but because it was a healthier option, I didn't feel so guilty, right? Or sometimes I'll get the pistachio, the ones that have like the back with it. So the fact that I would have to struggle to actually get the fruit in it, I'm just like, you know what, I'm tired. It's not like let me drink water and just rest. So you have to really sit with yourself, and that's why I say self-awareness really comes into play because it's kind of underestimated. We rarely ever talked about when when we talk about mindset, we'll never talk about self awareness because it's really, really important. And so I also noticed that instead of that, I would always also reach out for apples because I felt like apples were hard and they would give me that crunch. And then I would feel satisfied once I was able to demolish an apple. There was just some sort of satisfaction as opposed to go get like an unhealthy meal and just eating like highly processed foods. And so don't forget that those highly processed foods, they are created and they have ingredients in them that make you want to crave for them more or reach out for them. So you have to be able to manage your stress to avoid stress eating, right? Because that's some of the reasons, one of the major reasons that I think people have weight gain. And it's also easy for you to lose weight and be a binge eater and still gain the weight back. Because some people even balance the fact that they lose weight and gain the weight back. They lose the weight, they gain the weight back. And that could be that you're not conscious of your binge eating habits. Because you're an emotional eater, you tend to binge eat anytime you're emotional, most times when you're stressed or that you're sad or you receive some sort of emotional trigger, bad news, whatever it is, things are not going out, maybe your work you got called out, or something just happened that just triggered you emotionally, right? So instead of you to kind of deal with that emotion and say, why am I upset? I need to calm down. You're reaching out for food because you don't even want to address the emotion. You don't want to deal with it. You're like, it's not something I do. This is not the way I'm created. I'm created to just eat as soon as I'm frustrated or stressed. Not necessarily though. Not necessarily. You're not necessarily created to just binge eat or reach out for food. And if you must, try to make sure that you have like crunchy food, like I already gave you the tips, making sure that you have like healthy nuts around you, make sure that you have your apples around you if you want really. And I'm being honest, the reason that I'm speaking from this perspective is because I've been there. So it's easy for me to now. I've worked with that so much, but it came from a place of self awareness and realizing that my trigger was stress. My triggers were when I don't have things go my way the way I pre-planned that it was supposed to go. And I begin to get triggered. I begin to reach out for food. And it shouldn't. And it's you know you're not hungry. You know, but you just feel like food is what is going to solve my problem right now. Yes. So that is one of the things that I think is hindering people, the reason why people are stuck at being overweight. Because you're an emotional eater. You go to food for comfort at the time. So you need to tackle that head on. You really need to, just think about it. If you need to journal, you need to have a relaxing, but you need to find out what works for you and make it part of your routine. I may not have to something that, might be relatable to you in terms of some of your triggers or why you reach to food for comfort. It could be that you already feel like, you know what, I'm already chubby, but as well, I'm already chubby. I don't have anything to prove to anybody. I might as well just keep being, chubby or chunky, and there's nothing wrong with that. We're all made in different shapes, sizes, and all that. And I respect that. But I'm just saying, do you want to be because it's a difference if you want to be and you just realize that you are stuck in this way. So that's when you need to start to sit down and begin to look at some of the things that are triggering you and why you're really stuck and being overweight. So of course, I cannot leave this video without talking or obsessing about having a good support system. Support system may not necessarily be your friend. It could be that it's even your family members that are holding you accountable. It could be that just you saying, you know what, guys, I really want to lose weight and I really want you guys to put me in check. If you have kids, they're always the number one people that will call you out once you're reaching out for something that you shouldn't be reaching out for. They'll be like, I thought you said you were on a diet, man. Like literally, why are you eating this? If you're on a diet, you shouldn't be eating this. You need people that will call you out. You need people that will hold your hands as well. But you also need people that will call you out because these are the people that put you in check, especially if it's from a place of love. Yeah, you need people that will put you in check because sometimes we're surrounded so much by yes people. There's lots of yes, 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 yes people around you. So when people see you, people that know that you're on a weight loss journey, they see you eating, and because they want to please you, right? So they're not so focused about on telling you the truth or speaking the truth. And that's why some of us, if we're being honest, you actually need a coach because trust me, I always call it as it is. When I see someone that I know that is on the group or somewhere, and I'm coaching, I see you taking like bananas in a smoothie, just one smoothie for one day, I call you out. I'm like, man, what is our goal here? Yes, you need people that will call you out when they see you eating or consuming highly processed food that can say, this is not the goal, this is not part of the plan. And yeah, you have to love those people for who they are. You really need people that will be a support system. You don't have to do this alone. whether it's friends, family, or an online community, helping having support makes a world of difference. I know some people that their spouses are their accountability partners. Yes. I know lots of people that their spouses are their accountability partners, and that really works for them in the sense that they go on walks together. It could just be that you have an accountability partner for different aspects of your journey. Yes, that also counts. It could be that maybe your meals are not exactly the same. Maybe you have a partner who wants to bulk up and you want to lose weight, right? But at least you're both keeping yourself in check. You're both helping each other find information like, oh, I don't think you should be eating that if you really want to gain, if you really want to lose weight. I don't think you should be eating that if you want to gain weight. I think you should, just kind of, have that support system like this also. It makes your journey a lot more easier. Trust me. It really helps. It really does help. So, support system, I can't overemphasize them. You want to track your progress. You want to keep tabs on your progress, but don't let it stress you out. So one of the biggest mistakes that I made on my weight loss journey was that I made tracking my progress like I was traumatized about tracking my progress. Like I wouldn't even get adequate sleep on the days before my week. Like I couldn't sleep. It was just like, oh my god, I couldn't even eat anything. I'll be like, oh my god, I don't want anything to ruin my results this time around. I had to free myself from the shackle of obsessing over my weight. I'm still a work in progress. But you know what I did? I would always climb on a scale every day. I just got to, I was like, yeah, whatever, it's just a number. It took me a while. I'm talking years. I'm talking years. When I'm speaking from like years of, battling this obsession with your progress, right? So you can keep tabs on your progress, but don't let it stress you out. Do not compare yourself with someone who is progressing over you. You do not want to do that. And not just in your weight, but in anything. Like we all know that, comparison is the thief of joy. So definitely, I guarantee you, it's going to steal your joy. So you want to track things like your meals, you want to track your workouts, and you want to also use like a measuring tape if that works for you. Your pulse measurement, your waist, your hip circumference. You want to do all of that. You want to celebrate the small victories. Maybe you see that some shirts is beginning to look less snug on you. It's beginning to fit right. Something that was tight on you is beginning to fit at ease, and all of that. All of that is good progress as well to celebrate. So at the beginning, until you summon up the courage to be able to climb on a scale, or you feel like, okay, now I can confidently climb on a scale, today I feel good about climbing on a scale. And you just even know what my numbers are. Because I do that often. I try to avoid climbing on a scale when I'm on a period and when I feel like I'm a bit bloated, right? Because you already know that the number that you're going to see is not favorable. For some reason, because, I don't know why we feel like for some reason you already feel bloated. You feel like yesterday was not your best eating day, right? But for some reason, maybe there's just this victim part of you or this part of you that just wants to see God is a miracle working, but maybe for some reason that I was still lose the 2 pounds, even though yesterday was a bad eating day for me and I haven't been the best all the week. But maybe for some reason, you don't want to do that to yourself. That's like sabotaging you mentally, right? So you want to make sure that you're still keeping tabs on your progress, ensuring that you're not letting it stress you out. Because for me, the times where I would check my weight and I realized that the result that I didn't get a favorable result, I would then go into another binge eating habit. Yes, you just reminded me, and that's why it's good to be self-aware. I would go into another binge eating habit because I'll be like, okay, after I did everything that I did, and this is the result that came out, you know what? Might as well just, forget this whole thing. And then 3 days later, I'll feel guilty. I need to go back to, square one. So I basically just sabotaged all my hard work for the next 3 days because I was emotional and upset and sulking about not losing weight. But who knows, maybe the next 2 days if you had tried, right, the weight would have actually showed you like a more favorable result. But sometimes we obsess over it, right? I hope that makes sense. So I also want to say that you have to think of yourself. You already know that just because you use this weight over time, the weight is not just going to fall back in 2 months, I guarantee you. It's not going to stop in 2 months. It's not going to drop in 2 months. It's not going to drop in a month. The highest amount of weight that you can lose is 4 kg. At most, if you're someone who is overweight or obese, you can lose 10 pounds because the more obese you are, the more your weight drops at the beginning of your weight loss journey. Yeah, it's been proven research. So the more chunkier you are, you have to take advantage because the beginning of your weight loss journey, your body is like traumatized at what's going on. So it's just letting go of the fat. Like you're just dropping the weight. You feel like you're dropping the weight in the first month, first 2 weeks. You can drop, like I would say 4 pounds in a week because you're obese, you have more weight to lose, or you're overweight, you have more weight to lose. And then after some time, your body starts to withhold some of that weight because it doesn't want to let go. It's like, what is going on? No, no, I'm enjoying this comfort right now. I don't want anything. I don't want to be skinny. No, no, no. It's fighting. It's trying to, maintain its territory. No, no, no. We're still gonna be this, right? You are fighting for your life, doing all the workout, but your body's like, and then you find that after like 2 weeks, the normal amount of weight that you can lose is 1 kg, which is like 2 pounds in a week. That's the maximum that you can lose. And it's considered healthy, right? So research, right? And almost 3 pounds, right? If you are really doing everything right. And even that is questionable as to if it's healthy, if it's sustainable. So you definitely want to be patient because it takes time and that's okay. Celebrate every step forward, whether it's fitting into smaller jeans, having more energy, just feeling more confident. You're making progress, babe, and I'm rooting for you, and that's what matters. So I have a friend who would always make sure that beginning of her journey, she would go buy like a smaller jeans and be like, you know what, this is my motivator for losing weight and all of that. And so the minute she begins to maybe leg, you're making progress, right? So that could be it for you. So but just be patient, or maybe she has like an old pair of jeans before she was a mom, and she's like, it's starting to fit. I mean, it's not zipping up, or the buttons are not closing up. It's now starting to fit in a way that it wasn't fitting before. That's something to also you can look forward to as well. I want you to understand that why most people also stay stuck is that um some of you have this all or nothing thinking, believing that your progress has to be perfect, right? In as much as we're saying that you have to lose 1 kg each week, right? Sometimes there will be weeks where you won't lose anything. It could be because of a couple of factors. If you're female, you know that sometimes during your period, your body holds on to more water weight, you feel more bloated, and stuff like that. I've lost weight during my period, and I've also not lost weight during my period. So it really depends, right, on the hormone level. There's really factors that contribute to how much rest you're getting, how much sleep you're getting. But don't believe that it has to be a perfect, journey, right? So you need to understand that you don't need to give up after just one mistake, and you need to have set realistic expectations. You can't expect that your results will be overnight because that can actually discourage you. Remember, slow and steady wins the race. It might be slow, but are you making progress though? Right? Those are some of the things that you just have to kind of find comfort in knowing that am I making progress? Am I feeling better? How is my mood? Right? You need to focus on maybe your mood. You're feeling better. You're even wanting to work out more. That in itself is even something to celebrate. Because I know a couple of people that, they weren't seeing progress, but just because they were still able to carry out some workouts, like I would give certain workouts in my groups, and I'll be like, you know what, coach, at the beginning of this boot camp, I couldn't even complete this workout to save my life, but now I find myself completing the workout, and I'll be screaming because that in itself is a huge, huge testimony. Because imagine someone not being able to see through half a workout, and now at the end of the month, they are flying with the workout. That is a huge testimony because the more you're able to do, then your body is able to burn off the calories, right? But if you're not able to complete it, then you're not seeing the result because you're not burning enough or adequate result or adequate calories to be able to keep you in a calorie deficit, if that makes sense. So you want to make sure that you're slow, you're steady. You can't, I always tell people, you can't compare yourself to me. I've been on this journey for quite some time. So you can't compare yourself. Even the times where I was on a serious weight loss journey, and there was never a time where I stopped working out. Anyone that knows me knows that working out has always been a part of my routine, right? From maybe when I had my first job, probably 13 years ago, I've always tried to make sure that I work out. The part where things began to change for me was when I started to really, consider my nutrition, my diet seriously. That's when I began to take my weight loss seriously. But as far as I know, working out has never been a problem for me, right? And that might be your own but, right? Your own but might be that nutrition is good for you, but working out is where you struggle. So you have to have realistic expectations and don't compare yourself. Also, emotional eating, we already talked about stress, boredom though, because some people eat when they're bored. Yes, it's actually a thing. Or sadness. If who remembers during the pandemic year, COVID-19, the pandemic year 2020, when everybody was like, you know what, I'm bored, and people kept eating. There was like this um pinnacle of obesity all over the world because people were bored, they were living sedentary lifestyles, they weren't working out as much, weren't being as active as much, and that can drive you to food for comfort. So you need to learn to identify and cope with these triggers. It's very, very I can say this over and over again. Emotional eating is definitely a thing. one of the major reasons why I think people are stuck being overweight. One of the major reasons. Emotional eating is definitely a thing. I studied this in psychology where they were saying you have binge eating. Actually, that most people that actually binge eat the most are the ones that actually on this healthy lifestyle. Because sometimes you feel like you're going to deprive yourself of the next couple of days, so you just want to binge eat. Especially when you think nobody's watching. Yes, we are all prone to that, especially if you feel like you're on a diet and you've already committed to people. Sometimes people might even hide and go and binge eat and come and be pretending like they've been eating healthy. That is also a thing. Also, when you're sad, when you're bored, you need to watch out for your triggers. So even if you don't take anything out of your life, I want you to just begin to observe and be more self-aware about your triggers as to why you're reaching out for food. You can, I'm not saying you shouldn't reach out for the food, but ask yourself, why am I reaching out for this food? Am I really hungry? And if I'm hungry, is this a healthy option that is going to fill me up? Or is this just a craving? Because I've been programmed to think that I need to reach out for food. So those are the things that you really need to think about. Then the lack of support. Sometimes when you do it alone, and that's why here you're humble girl Kemi. You do not have to do it alone. You can reach out to me, like I already said earlier, for consultation. You can reach out to me if you need a community of people. I have a community that people are always willing. Once you just tell them, you know what, I will have this person that is, on a journey to lose weight, we need some accountability. They'll just run you and just be there to just motivate you. So you don't have to do it alone. You need someone to hold your hand and tell you that it makes it a lot easier when you have accountability. I'm a testimony to the fact that accountability is key in your weight loss journey. Surround yourself with people who uplift you, motivate you, who also put you in check, right? Because if you're around people, there are certain quantities of food that if you put everybody like, wow, is this really our goal? Are we trying to, bulk up? Are we trying to build our glutes, or are we going for weight loss? Because we need to know where you're at, right? Then, sometimes we get confusing information. And I'm going to end with this because this is a good way to end. There's a plethora of information, and that's why I'm always grateful when I see people come to sit in my life when we're talking about weight loss. It's not like I'm talking about hot gist or one thing like that. I'm talking about weight loss. And so for you to dedicate your time, it shows me that you're actually interested in it. So there's also, in as much as you're seeking information, there's also a tendency to get the wrong information. It might not necessarily be that you're giving bad information, you're doing what works for them, but you have to seek out what works for you. So there's endless advice out there, and it can be overwhelming. So you need to stick to the basics and what feels right for you. Who feels right for you, right? Whose information do you feel like this is sustainable for you? I don't take offense when I have two friends that are like, yeah, this is your boot camp. Maybe you'll try someone else. That's okay. I always think, as long as the goal is that the person gets to the point where you need to be, that's completely okay. So you need to understand all of these roadblocks and it can help you overcome them and move forward with confidence. And there you have it. These steps will help you say goodbye to being overweight and to a healthier version of yourself in 2025. If you found this helpful, do not forget to hit the like, hit the thumbs up button. It's free, doesn't cost much. Share if you found this helpful. And if you want to save, you can also save it as well. I can create a playlist for the weight loss for 2025. So just sometimes you can just watch it if you need a little motivation. You've got this, baby. I'm rooting for you all the way. Even if you feel like there's nobody in your corner, just remember that I'm in your corner and I'm rooting for you. Please leave me a comment, questions, comments. Maybe you feel like I talk too fast or too slow or whatever it is. So there's just a point that you feel like you want me to kind of reiterate in your life, or you want me to come back to, or to give proper information to kind of spotlight it and delve in deeper. I'll be more than happy to because I enjoy talking about it. I hope you definitely enjoyed watching. And with that being said, I'll see you on my next live. Thank you so much for watching. Love you. Bye.